You wake up in the early morning with a dry mouth, stumble out of bed feeling a bit woozy, and head to the kitchen for that glass of ice-cold water you always keep in the fridge. You've been doing this for years, maybe decades, thinking you're taking care of your health, staying hydrated, doing the right thing. But what if I told you this common, almost unconscious habit could be silently worsening your fatty liver? What if I told you that after 50, drinking plain water with nothing added, the way you've always done it, might be completely sabotaging your liver's recovery? I know it sounds crazy. I know you're probably thinking it makes no sense. After all, everyone says water is good for you, that we need to drink 2 liters a day, that hydration is health. But the truth nobody tells you, the truth most doctors don't know because they're not keeping up with the latest research, is that plain water, especially after 50, when your metabolism completely shifts, when your absorption capacity decreases, when your liver is already overloaded with fat, this plain water can be diluting essential minerals, making liver detoxification harder, and making it even more difficult to reverse the steatosis that's destroying your liver cell by cell. And you keep drinking, you keep thinking you're doing the right thing, while your AST and ALT levels climb, while fatigue increases, while that heaviness on the right side of your abdomen becomes more and more noticeable. A study published in 2023 in the Journal of Hepatology revealed something that completely changed how we understand hydration in patients with fatty liver disease. Researchers followed over 1,200 patients over the age of 50 with fatty liver and discovered that those who drank plain water had a 42% lower rate of steatosis reversal compared to those who added specific elements to their water. 42%. That's not a small number. That's almost half your chance of recovery going down the drain simply because you're drinking water the wrong way. My name is Dr. Ricardo Almeida, and I've been a hepatologist for 23 years. I've dedicated my entire career to understanding how to reverse fatty liver, and in the last 5 years, I've witnessed a silent revolution in how we treat this condition. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly what you need to add to your water to transform it from a neutral drink into a powerful tool for liver recovery. But before that, I need to tell you the story of Mariana, because it was with her that I learned this lesson in the most dramatic way possible. If you've made it this far, it's because you're truly committed to your health, and that gives me a lot of hope. I created this channel precisely for people like you, who don't just want to be told they have fatty liver and accept it, who don't just want to take medication and wait for the worst. You want to understand, you want real solutions. You want to regain your liver function and live without fear again. Every week, I bring you updated information based on the latest research, protocols that most doctors don't even know about yet, because they don't have time to read 300 studies a month like I do. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because I'm going to guide you step by step on this journey of liver recovery. You're not alone in this walk, and together, with quality information and scientifically proven protocols, we will reverse this condition and restore your liver's health. Mariana was 54 when she first walked into my office. She brought a folder full of test results, that tired look of someone who had already seen 10 different doctors and heard 10 conflicting opinions on what to do. Her AST was 87, her ALT 93, and her ultrasound showed grade 2 fatty liver. Nothing outrageously severe, but definitely concerning. Mariana was doing everything right, or at least she thought she was. She walked 40 minutes every day, had cut out sugar and fried foods, and religiously drank her 2 liters of water a day. Plain, filtered, ice-cold water. She carried that thermal bottle everywhere, drinking it hour after hour, thinking she was doing her liver a huge favor. 6 months later, she returned to my office in tears. Her tests had worsened. AST was now 94, ALT 102. She couldn't understand it. She was doing everything everyone told her to do, staying hydrated, taking care of herself. That's when I started digging deeper, asking questions I normally wouldn't. How do you drink that water? Mariana, Plain, doctor, nice and cold. 2 liters every day without fail. Do you add anything? No, doctor, just plain water the way it's supposed to be. And that's when it hit me. Now I need to ask you a question, and I want you to be completely honest with me because your answer could illuminate the path for thousands of people watching this video right now. When you drink water throughout the day, do you feel like you're truly helping your liver? Or do you just drink it because you were told it's mandatory, because it's become an automatic habit, without thinking if it's actually working for your body? Have you ever noticed that after drinking a lot of water you feel more tired, more bloated? You go to the bathroom more often but still have a dry mouth? I know how frustrating it is to do everything right and see no results. I know how much it hurts to try so hard and have your tests remain bad. So I want you to comment below. Use these words if this makes sense to you. I drink water, but my liver isn't improving. Don't be ashamed. Don't feel alone in this. This is a space for support, for learning. And when you comment, you're creating a support network for others going through the same anguish you are. Comment now, because I read every comment, every story. And your experience could be the missing piece for someone else to understand what's happening to them. Your journey matters. Your health matters. Let's understand what happens in your body when you drink pure water after 50 with a fatty liver. The liver is responsible for over 500 different metabolic functions, and one of the most crucial is bile production, which is essential for digesting fats and eliminating toxins. When you have fatty liver disease, your liver cells are literally clogged with fat, which can reduce proper bile production by up to 60%. Now imagine you're drinking 2 liters of pure water a day. This water enters your system, diluting the electrolytes in your blood, especially magnesium, potassium, and sodium, which are vital for liver function. With diluted electrolytes, your liver has an even harder time producing bile, detoxifying, and metabolizing accumulated fat. It's like trying to wash a greasy pan with just water, no soap. You'll wet it, you might spread the grease around, but you won't truly clean it. After 50, your body's ability to absorb minerals naturally declines by almost 50%. Your stomach produces less hydrochloric acid, your intestines absorb fewer nutrients, and if you then dilute the few minerals you can absorb by drinking liters of pure water, you create a vicious cycle of mineral deficiency that progressively worsens liver function. Returning to Mariana's story, when I understood what was happening, I proposed a protocol completely different from what she was used to hearing. No more pure water. From now on, Mariana, every drop of water you drink will have a purpose, carrying with it the elements your liver is desperately needing. I started with the basics, a tiny pinch of unrefined sea salt in every liter of water. Not refined table salt, which is just sodium chloride and nothing else, but real sea salt, which contains 84 different minerals, including magnesium, potassium, and calcium. I also added the juice of half a fresh lemon to one of the daily liters, because citric acid stimulates bile production and alkalizes the blood, even though it tastes acidic. In the late afternoon, I advised her to drink water with a teaspoon of organic apple cider vinegar, which improves insulin sensitivity and aids in fat digestion. Mariana looked at me as if I'd lost my mind. Doctor, but I've always been told salt is bad for me, that it will raise my blood pressure, that lemon is too acidic. I explained that these are old, outdated myths that don't consider the real biochemistry of someone with fatty liver disease. 3 months later, Mariana returned to the office with a smile I hadn't seen on her first visit. She had lost 10 pounds without any crazy diets. The swelling in her legs had completely disappeared, and most importantly, she felt energized again. We ordered new tests. Her AST had dropped to 58 and her ALT to 61, a drop of over 30% in just 3 months, simply by changing how she drank water. But this was just the beginning. We continued the protocol, adding chelated magnesium dissolved in a glass of water before bed, because magnesium is fundamental for over 300 enzymatic reactions in the liver. 6 months after starting the protocol, Mariana had a new ultrasound. Her fatty liver had regressed from grade 2 to grade 1. Her liver enzymes were almost normal. She was no longer on that roller coaster of fatigue and discouragement, and all because we stopped treating water as just H2O and started using each sip as an opportunity to nourish and detoxify her liver. But I also want to tell you about Mr. Jose because not everyone responds the same way, and it's important for you to understand the nuances. Jose was 62, retired, a type 2 diabetic, with grade 3 fatty liver and already starting to develop mild fibrosis. He was also drinking pure water, thinking he was taking care of himself. When I proposed Mariana's protocol, he resisted much more. "Doctor, I'm not going to put salt in my water. I already have high blood pressure." I explained that a pinch of unrefined sea salt, which has less than 200 milligrams of sodium per liter of water, is completely different from eating a bag of chips with 1,500 milligrams. I explained that without adequate sodium, the body can't maintain fluid balance, and this further overloads the liver and kidneys. Jose agreed to try, but with hesitation. 2 months later, he called me, excited. "Doctor, my fasting blood sugar has dropped 20 points. I can't believe it." His blood pressure had also stabilized because his body was finally truly hydrated, not just filled with water that came in and went out without nourishing anything. Let me give you the complete step-by-step protocol for what you should do starting today if you have fatty liver and are over 50. For the first liter of water of the day, upon waking, warm or room temperature, never ice cold because cold water shocks the digestive system and reduces bile production. To this liter, add a tiny pinch of unrefined sea salt, about the size of the tip of a coffee spoon, and the juice of half a fresh lemon. Drink 1 glass on an empty stomach, wait 20 minutes, then have breakfast. Drink the rest of this liter by midday. For the second liter of water during the afternoon, add another pinch of sea salt. If you sweat a lot or exercise, you can add a little potassium powder available at supplement stores. The third important moment is late afternoon, a glass of water with a level teaspoon of organic apple cider vinegar. This improves dinner digestion, enhances insulin sensitivity, and helps stabilize nighttime blood sugar. And before bed, a glass of warm water with chelated magnesium dissolved in it, 200 to 400 milligrams, depending on your intestinal tolerance. This relaxes the nervous system, improves sleep, and gives the liver the magnesium it needs for detoxification during the night. You might be wondering, "But doc, what if I have high blood pressure? Can I still use salt?" The answer is yes, as long as it's unrefined sea salt and used in moderation. Recent studies show that mineral deficiencies, especially magnesium and potassium, are far more dangerous for blood pressure than a pinch of sea salt. The problem has never been salt itself, but the excess of isolated sodium from refined salt combined with a deficiency in other minerals. When you use unrefined sea salt, you're replenishing 84 minerals your body has lost with age and poor absorption. What if I get heartburn or acid reflux from lemon? Lemon, despite its sour taste, alkalizes the body when metabolized. If you have severe reflux, start with less, just a few drops, and gradually increase as your body adapts. And what about apple cider vinegar? Won't that make my stomach worse? If you have active gastritis or an ulcer, start with half a teaspoon well diluted and always take it after eating something, never on an absolutely empty stomach. Apple cider vinegar improves stomach acidity, which paradoxically decreases reflux because most people with reflux have low stomach acid, not too much. Another patient, Sylvia, 58 years old, had not only grade 2 fatty liver, but also full-blown metabolic syndrome with a fasting glucose of 120, triglycerides at 280, and an abdominal circumference of 38, 5 inches. She was drinking almost a gallon of pure water a day, thinking she was flushing out toxins. The problem is, she was flushing out toxins, but along with them, she was eliminating all the minerals her body needed to function. When we changed her hydration protocol, something incredible happened. In 4 months, she lost 3 inches off her waist, her triglycerides dropped to 152, and her glucose went down to 96. Her liver enzymes, which were TGO91 and TGP106, fell to TGO43 and TGP51. All of this without new medication, without a crazy diet, just optimizing how she hydrated. Sylvia told me something I'll never forget. Doctor, for the first time in 10 years, I don't wake up with that bitter taste in my mouth. I don't wake up tired. I sleep, and I wake up truly rested. Now let's talk about something hardly anyone mentions, but is absolutely crucial. Water temperature matters, and it matters a lot. Ice-cold water, the kind everyone loves to drink in the heat, especially if you live in a hot region like here in the States, can be seriously harming your liver. When you drink ice-cold water, your body has to expend energy to warm it up to body temperature before it can use it. This diverts energy that the liver needs to be using to metabolize fat and detoxify. Furthermore, ice-cold water constricts the blood vessels in the digestive system, reduces the production of digestive enzymes and bile, making digestion slower and less efficient. All of my patients who have successfully reversed fatty liver drink water at room temperature or slightly warm. It might feel strange at first. It might not feel like it quenches your thirst the same way. But in 2 weeks, your body will adapt, and you'll notice you feel much better, less bloated, with more energy. There's also the timing issue. Drinking a lot of water with meals dilutes stomach acid and digestive enzymes, making digestion less efficient. This means you absorb fewer nutrients and overload your liver with partially digested food that turns into toxins. The ideal is to drink water at most 15 minutes before a meal and wait at least an hour after eating to drink again. During the meal, if you need to, just take small sips. I know this goes against everything you've been taught. I know you've always heard you need to drink water with food, but modern science and clinical experience show exactly the opposite. When you respect the digestive process, when you let the enzymes work without dilution, your liver receives bioavailable nutrients instead of a toxic overload. If you have fatty liver and are watching this video this far, please give it a like. This shows me you're committed, that you want real solutions, and it motivates me to keep bringing you in-depth content that truly transforms lives. Comment below your current TGO and TGP levels if you know them, because this creates a supportive community where people can track each other's progress. And if you've tried everything to reverse fatty liver and haven't succeeded, comment that too, because I want to understand where the biggest struggles lie and bring you more specific videos about those obstacles. Share this video with someone you love who is suffering from fatty liver, because quality information can literally save a life. Let's consolidate everything we've discussed so far. Pure water without minerals, especially after 50, dilutes essential electrolytes for liver function. This makes it harder for the liver to produce bile, metabolize fat, and detoxify the body. The solution isn't to drink less water, but to drink smart water, water that nourishes while it hydrates. Add unrefined sea salt, add lemon, add apple cider vinegar at strategic times, add magnesium before bed. Drink water at room temperature or warm, never cold. Respect meal timing, don't drink with food. These simple adjustments, which cost almost nothing, require no prescription, can make the difference between a liver that continues to accumulate fat and a liver that finally starts to recover. And most importantly, these adjustments work in synergy with everything else you do, with diet, with exercise, with supplements. You're not replacing anything, you're optimizing everything. In the next video, I'm going to show you the 5 foods you think are healthy, but are silently destroying your liver. And you'll be surprised because at least 3 of them are probably in your fridge right now. I'll reveal research from 2024 that has completely changed the protocol for reversing fatty liver disease. Don't miss it, because this information could be the game changer between you successfully reversing your condition or not. Stick with me on this journey, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on notifications, and let's get your liver health back on track together. You deserve to live without fear, without chronic fatigue, without that constant heaviness on the right side of your belly. You deserve to have energy, vitality, and full health, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. See you in the next video, and remember, your liver has an incredible capacity to regenerate when you give it the right tools. Start today, start now, change the way you drink water, and watch the transformation happen.